Thank you, Mira. Thank you, Mira, taking over. I also extend a warm welcome also from my side to you all. In this session, we are following on with a keynote from the Jakarta City Government. I herewith invite Mr. Yudhistira Nugraha as Director of Jakarta Smart City to share his remarks. Bapak Yudhistira, the screen is yours. Thank you, Mira, taking over. I also extend a warm welcome also from my side to you all. In this session, we are following on with a keynote from the Jakarta City Government. I herewith invite Mr. Yudhistira Nugraha as the Director of Jakarta Smart City to share his remarks. Bapak Yudhistira, the screen is yours.
Yeah, thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for inviting us to share the idea of Smart City program and initiative in Jakarta. Excellencies and distinguished speakers, participants. First of all, I would like to thank for the Smart Chain program from the EU Commission and the Berlin government to take part of these programs. I would like to thank you for the Mr. Port Tevin, the head of cooperation, the EU delegation, and Dr. Jane, the co-lead Smart City Berlin, and Mr. Jade, the director Partai Social Enterprise Bangkok. Today, I would like to share some ideas when we're talking about smart city, especially during the post-pandemic city. So there is one point about what happening when we implement smart city. It's about digital transformation. And when we're talking about digital transformation in the city, so there is a new hope, new hope and new ambition when we want to make changes. One thing is about the future smart city vision. So today we would like to talk about digital transformation for the post-pandemic city, because I think today's conference is a very important event to discuss further about what a smart city are after the post-pandemic city. So I would like to share some idea about, first of all, things about what smart city. People may say smart city is about city plus technology, but when we're talking the real definition about smart city is about people connecting to the people. So in this context, smart city is innovative city and happiness. So there's two notions in Jakarta when we consider in implementing smart city is innovative city and happiness. So this is in line with our governor vision and mission. In Bahasa we call maju kotanya, bahagia warganya. So back to the context of what smart city. Smart city is about people. It's not only about the technology, but it's about people. People connecting to the people to solve the city problem, to make the citizen happy. So in other words, smart city is how we build the technology for public good with diversity, accessibility, and the inclusivity. So this is the essence of what is smart city. So I think this is uh, is important factor that need to be discussed with participants in this conference. Smart city is a built technology for public good with diversity, accessibility, and the inclusivity. So, Nick, what is smart city? Smart city is not about the government. It's not about the industry. Smart city is about collaboration. It's about ecosystem. So, because the most successful smart city initiative is about how we engage with diverse or different stakeholders, including citizen, industry, media, startup industry, and other government. So look at our framework, Smart City 4.0 framework. So this framework basically is our solid foundation to implement smart city. So we have two aims, innovative city and happiness. We have three value objectives. So this is very important when we want to implement smart city initiative whatsoever. So the three value objectives need to be considered. One is how do we improve the quality of life, and how do we improve the economic growth and sustainable environment. So three value objective is very important to be considered. Four principle is representing what we're doing now in Jakarta, especially in Jakarta smart city. First principle, mobile first. Second principle, system and data driven. Third principle, digital experience and smart collaboration. Five co-creator. I said that the most successful smart city program is about how we build the ecosystem, how we engage with different stakeholders. Because when we implement smart city, we are not Superman. We are going to build super team. Therefore, we build the ecosystem that consists of different stakeholders, different team, and diverse insight and diverse knowledge from different stakeholders, including citizen, media, academia, business, industry, and other government. And talking about smart city is not about output, it's about outcome. How we build the equitable, inclusive, and positive people, savvy data, safe and comfortable, eco-friendly, accountable, and trusted services. And but not least, it's about economic impact. Because think about smart city, how we can make we can give the positive contribution in the economic sector. So the seventh indicator means that smart city is not only about one sector. Smart city is about how we build different sector to solve the city problem and to understand the citizen need. Seven indicators are smart people, smart economy, smart environment, smart mobility, smart governance, smart living, and smart branding. So by having this framework, so how do we deal with the COVID pandemic or post-pandemic city, how we transform our city. So digital transformation is a key element to build the future smart city vision. When we look at the problem, we see there's a problem today, health crisis, economic crisis. But when we have the problem, normally we have the opportunity to look further. So one opportunity is about digital life breakthrough. So how we transform our city to be a better city. So we need to enhance the value on the livelihood. We need to understand citizen needs. So talking about the design thinking, understanding citizen needs, solving the problem, sizing the opportunities, and put the value on the livelihood. So this is the key element when we want to transform our city to be the future smart city. Understanding citizen needs, solving the problem, sizing the opportunity, and put the value on the livelihood. In Jakarta, we transform our city into four components. Jakarta to be pandemic-proof city. Second is about Jakarta to be resilient to crisis city, Jakarta to be a digital advanced city, Jakarta to be sustainable and livable city. So this is our future smart city vision after pandemic, after the post-pandemic city. So digital transformation is our momentum to accelerate to change our behavior, the way of thinking, the way of we interact with people. So back to the notion of smart city. Smart city, it's about people connecting to the people to solve the city problem and to understand citizen need. So in order to make a city to be innovative and to make our citizen happy. So now we look at the how we build the ecosystem. So in order to build the future smart city, in order to build the smarter city, so of course we have to look at how we build the ecosystem, because when we're talking about building people, connecting to the people, we need to build the ecosystem. When we're talking about the ecosystem, it's about one entities connecting to the another entities to to work together to solve the same problem, to solve the same goal. So this is about ecosystem. So the innovation ecosystem consists of spaces. So when we're talking about after post-pandemic cities, spaces not only physical spaces, but also virtual spaces. Therefore, we build digital and community-oriented development. Talking about welfare, how do we government provide inclusive and personalized services to our citizen? This is something that to be provided to our citizen, and of course about the government. Government need to be agile structure, and of course data-driven government to build data-driven culture in the organization. And uh, uh, lastly, it's about business. Business needs to be adapted. Let's say, for example, there's many big company. If they don't do, if they're not doing right thing, they will be collapsed. So the business need to be adapted. So this is the how we build ecosystem from spaces, welfare, government, and the business. And so look at it one by one. So talking about spaces, let's say, for example, how Jakarta build digital and community-oriented development. Start from digital-oriented development. Let's say promoting more efficient and sustainable lifestyle, including minimum physical mobility. So this is one thing. The second thing is about building neighborhood-centric planning. So look at that, how we also consider our neighborhood to build the city planning and so forth and so forth. And the third one is about how we build the resilient urban services, including market and micro logistic hub, including community spaces, innovation hub, and so forth and so forth. Therefore, we can build the city more better when we're talking about digital and community-oriented development. So there's the second point is about government. So when talking about the government need to be also adapted. So the new Jakarta government reform is to be agile and data-driven culture. We also need to build the data-driven culture in our government. One is about build a dynamic organization model, provide end-to-end digital government, so people or citizens can provide single sign-in to access all digital services that provide by the government. And the third one is about how we build the agile performance management. It's about capacity building in for those people working in the government. So this is talking about the government. And the next one is about digital transformation. When how do we provide inclusive and personalized digital services? So Jakarta, for example, we build a master data management to make from the data management, we can provide the single sign-in digital ID. When we have digital ID, we can provide more inclusive and personalized services to our citizens. And also we can also make intervention and the measurable impact, and also we can provide universal access to our citizens. So this is the way how we reform our service to our citizen from before pandemic and after pandemic COVID-19. And lastly is about the business, adaptive economy, and the experiential industry. So talking about digital adaptable workforce, because when we're talking about workforce, it's not only physical space, but also virtual space and so forth and so forth. And also it's about experience-based value-added industry, and also about automation process from the manual system to the automation services. So this is the way how we transform our city to the adapted economy and the experiential industry. And then it is about how we build the ecosystem, smart city 4.0 ecosystem platform, government as a collaborator and the citizen as a co-creator in order to understand the city problem and to understand the citizen in it. So therefore we build the innovative city and the happy citizen. And this is some the last one is about case study, accelerating digitalization. One is about how we build the accelerating digitalization through one-stop services, Jackie. So build the ecosystem, smart city ecosystem platform from data, service, platform, hub, and ecosystem. As I said that smart city is about build the ecosystem. So when we want to build the ecosystem, we need to provide data and then services, platform, hub, and then ecosystem. One example about what we build now is about how we build digital ecosystem, something a similar thing that what Google, Apple, Microsoft have done when they want to build their own digital ecosystem. Jackie as a one-stop services. We provide digital services through data service platform, Jackie as a one-stop services. And this is about how we do personalized services from the birth to death. So we can access Jackie as a player a platform ecosystem. When we're talking about Jackie, it's not only created by the government, but also created by co-creator. So you can see Jackie as a government platform. So a citizen can access integrated digital services provided by Jackie. So this is something that we have done, provide the Jackie as a government platform. This is one of our achievement. Jackie has won national competition, and Jackie also won the international competition. So this is the last thing. This is business model. So last point that I want to give to you, talking about smart city is about people connecting to the people. So we have to make an innovation the way in terms of the business model and the flow of the data. The technology is one part of to support the business model, especially when we implement smart city initiative. That's it from me. Hope it's useful for all the participants and the Smart Change conference. Thank you very much.
Terima kasih. Thank you, Mr. Yudhistira Nugraha, for delivering your keynote speech, providing a great perspective of the developments from Jakarta Smart City. I hand it over back to Mira